So on this episode, we're going to talk about Operation Olive Branch. Operation Olive Branch is an initiative done by us as content creators, us TikTokers and Instagrammers and YouTubers who are looking to help families one at a time get out of Gaza, get out of Rafah, and get to safety. And we're helping them raise the funds to pay the crossing border fees and just to have enough to find an apartment or a home that they can convalesce in and get, medical care, get their supplies up, etc. There's actually a whole bunch of link trees and TikToks. There's even a spreadsheet that will let you pick one family to essentially fundraise for and sponsor for. They're consistently having TikTok lives and Instagram lives to fundraise for this effort because GoFundMe is an absolute tool that we need, but not everybody can do a GoFundMe. Not everybody can access their GoFundMe. This way, we can help them directly. And if we can just help one family, even one family, get out of Gaza, get out of Rafah, then we're doing what we need to do. Because as of right now, Rafah is a kill box. And for those who don't know what a kill box is basically when you are surrounded on all sides, not only from all sides, but on a height advantage to where there's nowhere that you can go. And for those who need a slight visual, Palestine is coastal, but it's coastal on the west, sort of like California, like the western coast, that whole thing, from like Washington, Oregon, Nevada, and California. So it's like to the west of Palestine is the Mediterranean Sea. To the south of Palestine is Egypt. To the southeast of Palestine is Saudi Arabia. To the direct east is Jordan. And behind Jordan is Iran. And the next to Jordan is, I believe, Syria. And then after Syria is Turkey. And then towards the very tip top of Palestine is Lebanon. And so Rafah is at the border with Egypt. And there is an actual fence that keeps them out and keeps them in. And because there's a fence at the Rafah border, because there's also a fence at Saudi Arabia and then Jordan, specifically in terms of Rafah, they are in a kill box. There's nowhere for them to go. And they just got leaflets to drop from the sky less than 48 hours ago telling them that they need to evacuate because they're coming in. But again, they're in a kill box. Where are they going to go? It's that type of insidiousness by the IOF, the IDF, and the Western-funded genocide, ethnic cleansing, Holocaust against the Palestinians. That's just, it's diabolical. Like we are witnessing a Holocaust, a genocide, an ethnic cleansing in real time, live, through our phones. That was the reason why they banned it. Mitt Romney admitted it. That's the reason why they banned TikTok, because they couldn't stop us from being pro-Palestine. So instead of stopping us from being pro-Palestine, they took away our voice. They took away our First Amendment. But we're gonna win the lawsuit. They're gonna lose that in court. Especially since Mitt Romney admitted that's exactly what they did. And now they have that on video. Yeah. We're going to win that lawsuit, and TikTok's not going to be banned. The U.S. government is going to get a spanking in court. But aside from that, it's just like we are screaming constantly to our leaders. They need to do this. But Biden recently said the protests and the encampments are not changing his position on Israel. You know what might change your position? The fact that we're not going to fucking vote for you. We're not voting for you. We're not voting for Genocide Joe. We're not going to. I am a voter for the past 16 years. Since I've been able and registered to vote the last 16 years, I have never not once voted. I did not vote this year. I did not vote in our primaries, and I'm not voting in November if I'm still here, if I'm not in the UK. Like, if I'm still here, not in the UK, I'm damn sure not voting in November. And I know thousands of people who are not doing the same. And even more on TikTok, they're like, I am not going to vote for you. You're gonna have to, like, if you lose, just whatever the fuck. And they keep trying to bring up the whole boogie monster of Trump, but Trump's gonna be in jail. He's breaking so many laws right now, including his gag order on the hush money trial. The hush money trial with Stormy Daniels is gonna land him in jail. He's not going to be anyone's nominee or anyone's president. So with Joe Biden, with his very, very obvious dementia, if he wants to be the president, he needs to call for an immediate and a permanent ceasefire. Like, no tricks, no blindside items, no red herrings. He needs to call for an immediate and sustained and enforced ceasefire. Now, is he going to do that? Probably not. But if he doesn't, he's not looking well for re-election in November. He hasn't been looking well for re-election overall, but this shit right here, he's definitely not going for re-election. He's not. Not even a little. And to be honest, I love that for him. And until next time, I shall leave you with this.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.